Dark Sister, a battle-ready replica of the sword from House of the Dragon. Oh boy, there's a lot to discuss about this sword. Its quality and merit as a sword versus its how accurately it represents or translates it from the TV show. Now, I love these battle-ready, replicas where most of them be wall hangers in the past. These things are serious, real swords. But how well have they executed this one? Well, that's what we're going to find out in this video.
Shadowversity.
Greetings, I'm Shad.
And greetings, I'm Tyranth.
And Tyranth, I have a lot of mixed feelings about this sword.
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. I mean, I have one real big complaint, but apart from that, no, I don't. Really?
Because, okay, this is a battle-ready replica of Dark Sister from House of the Dragon. I have even some more complaints. So, my biggest complaint, can you take our sword and kind of draw it from the sheath and let people get a good look at it, right?
Yes, Chad, sure. If only I didn't have another sword in my hand on the other side.
Come on, hurry up, draw it. What are you doing? Why are you taking so long? There's a reason why I'm holding this. You might recognize it from the movie, sorry, TV show. It's Blackfire, yeah. But this one isn't available anymore.
No, we're just for aesthetics.
But no, it's good to compare execution.
Fair.
Of the, its design versus the show.
What was the point of me drawing this out?
Because my biggest complaint is valid and yet not valid.
Okay.
So, we need to judge this sword on the merits of it as a sword, but there is another aspect to this.
Yeah.
On the merits of it as an adaptation, a replica of the sword from the show.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of errors in its execution.
Yeah.
The biggest one, this sword is too small. When I say too small, the handle is too small, the blade is too short, the crossguard is too short. The actual proportions of Blackfire from the show, this is why I grabbed this, handle, blade, crossguard.
It's actually not as big as you think.
No,
Don't get me wrong, it's bigger than this, but it's not that big.
It is this. If you put the correct proportion, if you translated all the design of that sword onto the proportions of this, you would have Blackfire from the show. Blackfire from the show is basically it's such a Blackfire. Dark Sister is a gorgeous. This is the Lockwood longsword, right? It's basically the Lockwood longsword in a fantasy design. It is thin, it is slender, it is long, it is gorgeous.
Okay, so let's start off with a couple of things. First and foremost, this is from Swordier. You guys have seen a lot of their swords before. This is different than a lot of the others for a couple of reasons, because there is some very real complaints, but the problem is I just forget about all of them when I tell you the price. Now, there's a little bit of a caveat. Very recently, they've released a new one of these, which is like folded steel. One of the biggest problems we have is that when they send us a sword to take a look at, by the time we get around to looking at it, they've updated the version. There's like 3 more different types, and it's just this big, it's annoying. Anyway.
Sorry, you might need to send us a new one, because if you've improved some of the things like the stitching on the leather on this, like those are important improvements that the one that we have, that we're reviewing now, it's not executed very well.
Okay, here's the thing though. How much do you think it costs? This is where it all comes out the window, because it's like, I will recommend this purely on its price for a battle-ready sword. This is better than
I can't remember the price, but just what Tyranth is saying, he would only be recommending it if it's under 200.
It's $129.
120?
29.
The current one on their website?
Yep, this one right here is $129.
Piss off.
There's a reason why, I'm complaining about it. I'm like, yeah, but the blade alone is worth
That's one of the cheapest swords
ever
that we've got to review, period.
Exactly. And I would take this over the Temu, I would take this over there, and it's the exact same spring steel.
120 something, are you kidding?
Yeah, I'm serious.
You would buy a wall hanger replica that's a piece of junk that you can't use or chop anything with for double that.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Holy crap.
Yeah, so go on, complain about everything.
I will be complaining.
This is the thing, right?
It is not a perfect sword by any means.
No, it is not a perfect sword, but the price is so low that I'm like, yeah, I've paid more for bare blades that have been worse quality than that.
Like, this is almost reaching Temu level of affordability, and I would buy the Temu sword just for the blade.
Yeah, exactly.
This you're getting a lot more than just the blade.
You're getting a nicer crossguard pommel, and I think you're getting more accents that I would use.
All right, now like I said, I'm even more conflicted, because if I was after a proper Dark Sister replica, this would disappoint me. It is not the right size. The Dark Sister is long.
But would it though? Because it's so cheap and it's functional. Like you can go and cut with this.
But here's the other thing: the actual finer details of the crossguard and pommel, they're actually kind of spot on.
They're very nice. However,
the proportions are wrong, but the details are right.
The biggest issues that I see, like objective issues with this one, is these little transitions from the crossguards to pommel. These are all kind of sharp, and I used mine for like a good 2.5 hours, and my hand had like a rash on it by the end of it. It's not comfortable. It's not comfortable.
The handle is round, where Dark Sister is supposed to be oval. And look, you can still index it fine enough because of the crossguard, but that's still a problem. Like if you want,
it's a thin one though, so that makes it even easier to index.
Little bit, but if you want a good sword, it should be oval.
But again,
or octagonal.
Point, right? The blade itself though,
hang on,
is like fine.
Yes, but then we get to the stitching. So, can you grab Glamdring's so this is also from Swordier.
How is this a comparison?
No,
this is 129. That's 350.
Yes, but in terms of what you're getting for bang for your buck, right? The stitching is made with really, really thin string, cord, whatever, right? And it's actually broken. It's broken up here, and this wrap will come undone eventually as a result, where look at the thickness of the stitching on that bad boy. Thick, strong, durable, all right? That's the quality that Swordier is usually doing. Look, it's cheaper because it's in a different price point, but the overall quality is less. Like, judging it on its merits, the sword is not going to get nearly a high score as some of the excellent ones that we've seen from Swordier, but I still might buy it for how cheap it is.
But here again, the grind lines, the blade shape and geometry, and the refinement of the blade is all perfect.
The blade is flawless. It is not accurate. This is, again, my conflict, because
it's just not long enough. That's it. It's
the wrong proportions for Dark Sister, but on its own merits, if you're just looking at a blade this size, this blade is flawless. And the fuller line is actually really sexy. It's got a gorgeous ricasso, flat and point here, with, kicking up to the blade. Like, that's all sexy.
The crossguard and pommel, in terms of their casting quality and detail, is fantastic. I actually am super into them.
It's like, that's actually quite impressive.
Yeah.
It's a single casting. It's quite thick here, but because it's so much thinner and shorter and stout, it's perfectly within the weight range that of a functional sword.
So my biggest gripes with this is just the handle itself. The part you actually hold on. It's too thin, it's round, the stitching isn't nice, and those arises
I caught myself, when I went down, I scratched myself and caught myself on, these are almost spiky. Let me see if I can see this. Almost spiky, where you kept down, you could scratch yourself on those spikiness.
But again, the moment that you factor in how much this costs, I would buy it I'd buy it no matter what. It's
all
just
they
so
needed
cheap.
to do, if they could just bend in these little spikes.
No, it doesn't work.
Really?
I tried it. I hit mine with a little mallet to try and take mine down.
So it's like cast iron, and it's really high.
It's like,
it's really high.
I think
hardness.
they just need to actually dig them into the leather.
Yeah, they do. That's what I'm saying. Because they're an issue. They're an issue. So overall, though, if you step back, right, because this is a smaller sword, all right, the handling is fine.
Fantastic.
Perfectly fine. In fact, really, really manageable, because it's a one-handed, like the blade. When I say the blade is short, this is a one-handed sword length blade. Could you grab the Lockwood again, just to give a comparison of length side by side here? So this is a proper longsword length blade. This here, okay, is a one-handed length sword blade.
It's like,
the handle is almost long enough, like it's a bastard sword essentially, when Dark Sister is supposed to be a long sword. Okay.
You know what's funny though? You're like, should we judge this Glamdring replica as a wizard sword?
Because it's not meant to be a perfect replica, Tyranth. They don't even call it Glamdring.
They don't call this. Hold on, let me just double check.
Yeah, let's double check that.
They call it Shadow Fang, longsword slim fantasy dragon inspired blade.
hang on.
Yeah, don't give me that shit.
So you taking my argument, you justify my argument
you
of
go.
Glamdring now. Tyranth agrees with me, apparently.
No,
Yeah, he does! And he hates it, but he does!
yeah.
Hey, when I'm right, what can I say?
Because you know you're not right. Anyway, yeah.
So, again, complications. This is a previous replica of...
They never produced it.
Exactly. They sent it to us for review, and then they're like, don't go ahead with the review, we're not making it anymore. And I wonder if they got in trouble with licensing.
And we've used it a bunch. It's actually like a
The blade is really good.
Like there's a lot of problems with it, like the sharp pommel,
well, that's what I want to talk about.
pommel,
Execution of the design of Blackfire. Okay?
This is bad.
It's actually nowhere near as good as, in terms of the details. Remember, the proportions are wrong on this, but the details are kind of perfect. Really good. Whereas the details on this
Are terrible.
pretty bad.
They're like, from a distance, in blurry footage, maybe you'd be like, is that Dark Sister? But like actually up close, no.
Yeah,
Blackfire, yeah. Terrible.
Yeah.
But as a sword, it was pretty good.
The blade is banging, right?
Yeah, actually,
and so, again, I was like, this one gets points for getting so many of the details right, yet the proportions are wrong and everything. But look, the overall score for this is going to be on its merits as a sword, not its, and that's our stand on Shadowverse. We want to see how these things function as real swords, not. You know, I probably will throw out a score on its, you know, how good of a replica it is of Dark Sister.
$129 for a battle-ready sword.
129 sword, like, again, that's cheaper than wall hangers that you would get. And the fact that this is well, we'll see how functional it is. That's what I'm up to today. How functional is this as a real sword, as a cutter, and how durable it is? Let's find out. We're doing, we review multiple swords in the one day, and we just cut with two other top tier swords, and immediately picking up this after those two. Yeah.
But they're like $300 more.
I know, but still, look, like, those swords were just so much better than this one.
This video is coming out before them, so.
Yeah, I know, right? But, all right, low effort, let the sword do the work. Yep, good. Rising cut. Bit more ugly, two-handed. More resistance. More resistance.
I think it's just that edge geometry.
Going the other edge. Yeah, tearing more resistance. Like, nowhere near as refined or as good as other swords, right? It can cut. I'm not going to be able to do a horizontal with this. I just know from the quality of the sword and what feedback I'm getting. Oh.
Yeah, they suck, right?
Oh, that did not feel nice.
After like a good 2 hours of use, you'll get a rash on your hand.
I was not happy about that. Nah, see, it's just not, like, this is, like, other swords today, horizontals, bang, 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 not a problem. This is literally coming down to the execution. Like, the sword just is not as good as cutting as the other ones.
But I mean, with this sort of profile taper, thrusting is where this is going to really, really shine.
But we've had great thrusters be good cutters, like the Witcher one.
Yeah. Oh, it was okay at cutting. It wasn't the best. Sorry, it's just all the memories coming back of how annoying this is on my hands.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. That's what happens. Like, it's a trade-off, right? This sort of, like, that is a thick cross-section for a tip, but it is a gorgeous tip. But it also means that it just doesn't cut as nice as dedicated slices. Shaved a bit there.
Horizontal?
No. Because I know Shad just wants to annoy me, so no.
You know, you'd have to put it, like, to get a horizontal with this sword, you need to put in a lot of effort.
But even then, right, if you want to just feel the resistance of a blade, just put it on a pool noodle and start to slice. And
yeah, I could see the...
That's too much resistance. Did you want to pass me just something else? Pass me the other Glamdring, the old one. Old one. I'm not even pushing down.
You weren't even pushing.
I'm just pulling.
I could see you pushing with this one.
Yeah.
Both by swordier, by the way.
Yeah. But again, completely different price points. No, I won't break it.
No. You're chickening out. Don't use a glove with this.
Safety
No,
first,
you need to
Jack.
feel.
Safety
You need to
first,
feel
Jack.
the full
No.
vibration in your head, and that's one of the criticisms of this sword.
Safety first.
No, oh, come off it.
Yeah, feel this though. This is gorgeous.
Yeah, that's kind of. Wow. Yeah. So
Flex, but not too much.
we could reach a high flex with this, but the point of this test is how much force does it take to flex the blade? Like, I'm pushing, and that's quite resistive. That's good.
For a thrust-centric sword,
Yeah.
that's bloody awesome.
That's good. Look at this using gloves. You're not even going to feel the hand shock.
Feels fantastic.
Oh, piss off.
It does.
Yes, thank you. Now feel it.
Fantastic.
No, I don't believe you. Let me give you.
I'm sorry, Shad. I didn't mean this.
Did it cut you?
No, the pommel.
Huh? How did you do that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I assumed this was the peen.
Huh.
It might not be.
Might not be.
But it felt great in the hand. For like vibration and shock. Yeah, that's just the pommel though.
It's bending more.
That pommel's gonna come off.
Yeah. Like, huh? Because
It might be threaded.
Because it's a weak thread then, and that is now bent more with my one. It's like we're in danger territory now.
Yeah.
Like this could actually.
How did that feel in your hand though? It felt solid.
Felt solid.
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
Yeah.
But still, these were uncomfortable.
Yes, that is 100% true.
But look, here's the thing, right? My wife, my lovely wife, my beautiful angel, love of my life, incredible wife. She cleaned the studio recently. Wonderful. Love her for it. Now I don't know where she put the fencing masks. And I don't want to spend half an hour digging them out. Because she's hid them on me. And we're in a area now that I'm uncomfortable pushing tests further without the proper safety equipment because this could break on us. And bad things could happen.
I feel like it's threaded. I feel like it is.
This is not good. This is not good durability.
There's the problem. I'll save it for the final ones.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I still recommend it. It's $129.
Even the Temu sword didn't do this, dude.
Yeah, it did.
Not to this level.
It still did the same thing.
But not to this
It's
level.
a threaded pommel issue.
Because without the proper safety equipment, I don't want to do Metal Pipe of Doom.
Oh, well, I didn't know we were going to do that at all. Okay. Anyway, yeah, final thoughts.
All right, I came into this review with complicated feelings, and I'm leaving it with complicated feelings. Because the standard of quality of swords that we generally get now are much higher than this. We usually don't need to stop destruction testing for fear of fatal failure.
That is not true. We've broken countless katanas. And that sword over there had the same exact failure.
If you see it before or after, we have reviewed this one.
Yeah.
But not to this level.
Yeah, if I just kept going, it would have been the same level.
We have had swords lose their pommels entirely.
Yes, we've had a lot of swords lose their pommels.
5?
Yeah, a lot.
But that's still in the minority of swords. So sword quality nowadays are much higher than this in terms of durability.
Yeah, but they're also much higher in terms of price, even for the most basic of basics.
Well, that's the other complicated thing.
That's the thing, right? It's like, as
I have complicated feelings because 129?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like if you said, what's my rating for this overall, I'd probably give it like
3 or a 4.
Based on what?
The cutting sucked. Their handle is uncomfortable as hell. Its durability is low, and like this is. I like this. Usually Tyranth is the more negative one. I like being in this area
because this blade.
Now I'm the negative one.
This is a nice blade.
That's all.
I've smashed it into chainmail. I've smashed it into wood. I've smashed it into a bunch of things, and it's awesome. It is a very nice.
You know what? If this was a blank, just selling the blade alone for that price.
But again, that's what I mean.
But yeah, they're not selling it as a blank. But like genuinely, I have seen blanks. They're called blanks, all right, or where it's just a blade on its own without a handle that its intent is for you to hilt it, right? More expensive than this blade.
Exactly. That's why to me this is fantastic.
And I would think the blade alone would be worth its money, and I would rate the blade 8 out of 10.
Exactly. All right. Okay.
But this is a sword, Tyranth.
No.
This is a sword. It's a whole package.
Because this is the thing, though, is that most people aren't going to do that, right? So most
Exactly. That's why we've got to rate it as a sword. This is a crap sword.
It's perfectly fine. This is the problem, is that we've gotten so many nice swords recently. Shad has forgotten what swords are like. Because there are so many swords we could get right now from manufacturers for hundreds of dollars that are trash.
I am totally going to remember that when you are crapping on a sword I like. I want to save that argument and play it back to you. Man, we are disagreeing a lot on this.
Because the thing is, right, I can understand if you want to give it a low rating just in like general, right? You don't like the handle. The handle is bad.
Handle sucks balls.
I'm fine with that. But it's $129, dude.
Take price out of the picture?
We can't take it out because that is the main selling point of this. If this was $600, I'd be like, yeah, it's a 2, dude.
I need to go back.
$129.
I need to go back to when we were first reviewing the Romance of Men Katana, where you said we should not take in price to account when reviewing it. That was you. You set that standard.
I have no memory of this.
Yeah, but I remember because you were the one that set the standard.
I don't remember. I actually don't remember.
It's one of the first Romance of Men swords, the ones that they just sent us as a freebie with the armor. When we reviewed that one, I'm pretty sure that's where you were saying, no, we're taking price out of the picture. Because I was like, this is a really cheap sword, $150.
Was it $150?
Yeah.
That's a good price.
It's a good price. Rated on its own.
Yeah.
Irrespective of price, the handle ruins this sword.
Yes.
It becomes
but the
almost
handle
unusable.
ruins so many bloody swords. It sucked on the Van. Is that what it's called? Vanguard?
Nowhere near like it had a locket which was uncomfortable. That was it.
Had a locket. Yep, that counts.
That was it. That was all.
A slippery leather.
This has there. Like the stitching is cheap. It's coming undone.
I agree. The handle is not good on this.
No, it's not.
But what I'm saying is, because it's so dirt cheap, it don't matter.
Well, that's if we would still recommend it. I'm on like 4 out of 10 still with this sword. It's not a good sword. That's the score that will give it on the scoreboard.
Well, because the reason why I'm curious about this is because I've smashed mine on a bunch of stuff and my pommel didn't break. So I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Because most people who purchase this are not going to smash it into wood, and it is $129, would I still recommend it? I actually would.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I actually would still recommend this sword because it's so damn cheap.
I agree with you. It's not 100% accurate. It's actually pretty accurate. It's just very small,
like I said,
right?
the details are correct, the proportions are wrong.
Yes.
But the details are very nice.
The handle sucks.
Handle sucks.
No good. But it's $129 and you have to spend more to get blades for that. So I recommend it because if you need this blade, and the blade the blade itself is gorgeous.
Not only that, not only can I recommend it because the blade is actually really good, right? Even as a replica, there's nothing like this on the market. I think there is another
I think
Dark
there's
Sister
like cheap
replica.
crap.
Yeah, exactly.
From
And they
places,
I think I've seen some of those on either Amazon or Temu.
Yeah.
They're crap. This is, in terms of what is available for a Dark Sister replica, I would recommend it. But if a properly proportioned Dark Sister replica was made, and I just wanted it to hang on the wall, I would even get a wall hanger that was more accurately proportioned over this. This is what's only on the market. And because the details are actually good, the casting is good, as a Dark Sister replica, it's good enough. I could say it is good enough for you to, like, it's distinctly identifiable. That is Dark Sister, okay? And so for the price, I can recommend it as a replica to own, and I can also recommend it as a functional enough sword.
Yeah.
For a very good price.
Yeah.
Well,
because the thing is, I personally am not someone who would spend money on a replica that is not functional. I just never do that.
You know what? I'd almost like you to re-hilt this. Keep the pommel, get rid of the locket, keep the crossguard, make the handle bigger and comfortable. Then this would be a banging sword.
You're just proving my point.
Well, it fixes all the problems.
No, because it's actually it's great value for money. Because like the quality of steel in the blade is insane. Because remember the what was it? The snapped in half sword, one hit. The tin cup. That's more expensive than this.
It is.
And it's snapped in half from one hit.
But here's an interesting discussion. Out of sword designs overall, right? Which fantasy franchise did the best sword designs out of Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones-esque swords? Or House of the Dragons, because they're better swords. We've done a whole video on it.
Yeah,
it's like right there.
I was going to say, there's pros and cons, Shad.
I know. Well,
one's a bit more fantasy, one's a bit more realistic.
Exactly. That we talk about that in the video. We don't need to talk about it now. You can check it out right here.
See you guys.
See you next time.